Alright, welcome back to Conquest of Elysium 5, and another sleepless night for me. But, I just so happen to notice there's a new update, and with this new update comes a new class. Return to Monke. Yes, it's spoiled. Spoiled or no? Oh my gosh. No. It's progress. Doing the typical thing, gonna go curated agriculture. I'll play on a medium map. Make this kind of a quick one, I think. I'll throw up just a couple more extra guys. Throw them on at night. You know, the usual setup. But I'm excited. I wasn't expecting a new class so soon. I love it. And it's not the only one. They have promised another one as well. Also Monke, but the evil side, I guess. So, the Mahajara. The Maharaja? Yeah, I think that's probably closer. In the jungles of southern Elysium live strange breeds of monkey men gifted with cunning and wisdom far beyond that of ordinary beasts. These monkeys have formed a society where size and strength determines your caste and position in society. Lowest of the low, the Marcadas are barely more than cunning monkeys. Above them comes the Vanara, monkeys of almost human stature. At the top of society are the Bandar, large and warlike brutes that has dominated the lesser kin for times immemorial. Living apart and in some ways above the other monkeys are the white ones. White-furred Vanaras. Is that right? Vanaras? Yeah, I don't know. Gifted with profound wisdom and knowledge. The monkey people are ruled by a Maharaja. Oh god, I'm so confident. A Bandar ape of outstanding stature. Small Mercadas can be recruited in great numbers. Bandars are large apes that are much stronger than humans. The Bandaraja enables recruitment of heavily armed Bandars. Yogis, Gurus, and Rishis collect gems. Gems can be used to summon mythic beings. Cool. Let's do it. All of you, don't die, please. We do, unique grand players. Also, don't destroy me right off the bat. Yeah, that seems right. That feels good. I'm always excited for new classes. I did actually have plans of... Oh, wait, that's right, there's new music for these guys. It's very Donkey Kong. I love it, though. Right, yeah. I did have plans to do some mod showcases for some mod classes. Specifically one that's a little bit out there, and the rest of them are just kind of like remasters of the classes, but enough about that. So let's check these guys out. So the Bandaraja is a Maharaja of the Apes, a tyrant who rules his subjects with an iron fist and a 1,000-year tradition to legitimize the position. So okay, so these guys enable recruitment of things. Don't want to let this guy die. And the Vanara captain is basically just your typical guy. The monkey people are known to mimic human behavior, and you might think that their military organization is just that, a mirror of human practice. However, their society is strictly hierarchical, and notions of superiority and subservience comes naturally to all monkeys. Thus, the presence of captains in general should not come as a surprise to scholars studying the monkey people. Most Vanaras gain position in society depending on their family's merits rather than their own, thus we do not perceive the monkey people as a majority military threat. Pretty sure about that. So, the Vanara soldier. Semi-civilized Vanara of the monkey cities have mimicked human warcraft, such as they mimic anything else human civilization has brought. The soldiers enter battle, dominating scale armors almost as good as those human manufacture. Okay, so these guys are not too bad. Just typical monkeys with maces. I'm not reading all that. That is a lot. This is more my speed. The monkey people are cowardly and have little sense of honor. To hide their cowardice, they claim that archery is an art of war and that the bow is a noble weapon. Still, it is apparent that those who wield swords to fight close combat are regarded with great respect than the archers. Yeah. And just another small monkey. Small monkey hunters, okay. This guy doesn't have any special powers or anything. We have a siren right off the bat, which is always a great sign. Oh, cool. So we got some monkey villages over here. These are ours. Banestar. Shield. Okay. Enough. You're a mid-ranker, and you're also a mid-ranker. So I guess I'm just taking you out right off the bat. I guess we could just use the monkeys for now. Maybe we should not just use the monkeys. Why don't I leave like a couple of these guys behind, and we'll take these guys as well. No. I'll leave you with these 5 archers here. They should be enough to maybe take out the siren with a lucky shot if she decides to attack. And we'll ignore the mantis for now. Alright. Exciting. Exciting. Oh yes, we get to recruit war elephants, my favorites. Oh, I think this class is gonna be fun. I really hope so. Camel riders. Oh, we have free spawn in villages too. Oh, oh ho 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 ho. Oh ho 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 ho. Kind of want to take these guys out, but let's keep trying to collect villages over here. They might prove a problem in a second, so maybe that's a bad idea, but I want to pick up that guy. Actually, let's check him out. He's new. That's the Atavi. Atavi Archer. While the Atavi tribes of the rainforest field warriors armed with simple maces and shields, they are mostly known for their archers. Okay, this is forest stealth. Skilled at moving through the forest undetected, they have ambushed, sometimes even successfully, small army contingents led by reckless commanders, underestimating the coming of the monkeys. Excellent indeed. And also, yeah, we could probably do that. And maybe not worry about the siren right off the bat. Those are some of my least favorite saves is when you have a siren just kind of in the general area of your starting citadel. They're usually not too feisty, but they do cause some problems. Most Benara live in settlements similar to humans where they cultivate their lands. There are a large proportion of them who live as beasts in the wild. These Atavi are looked down upon and are to the monkey people what the barbarians are to us, wild brutes who have abandoned civilization altogether. Still, the ancient wisdom of the monkey people have formed a society where there is a place for such degenerates, slightly above the Marcadas in status, but out of the way of the ordinary citizens. Spider tribe. So, actually, we don't have to worry too much. Some of our guys might die here. We might even be able to leave these guys and just kind of throw our small monkeys there. Oh yeah, I forgot to check out the recruitment screen. There's a lot going on here. And it seems like this is a pretty iron-heavy type of nation. They can also build catapults. These are advanced monkeys. So we need to get iron quickly. And, no trade available to us. Basically, what do we have? We have the Tavi and some big ogre archers. Ape archers, ogres. Ogre archers, there we go. There you go, devs. Can get some of those, that would be nice. And just regular monkeys. Oh, you get a lot of them, 15, that's really nice. No, not really, they only do like 1 damage. But one of them might strike a critical hit, who knows? I don't know, these guys got poison. Maybe we should try to meet up and just take these guys up first. Sure, let's be a little bit cheeky. Start using all our forces, maybe. He died. Someone died right off the bat. Chest wound. Maybe it was a Makata of some kind. Probably. He seemed to not be able to take too much damage. So you might even be able to kill these guys Really get a chance. I think I'm gonna risk it though. I'm just gonna throw my monkeys in. Just throw the monkeys in. And maybe we'll... Oh, here we go. Oasis. I was gonna say maybe we'll just kind of guesstimate that there might be a spawn here and get another unit for this guy, but this is much better. So let's start buying iron right off the bat. And we'll not buy anything yet. No huge contingent of tiny monkey archers, just in case we might get a war elephant. Pretty sure I don't want to throw that against the siren, even as a defensive unit. Because I don't know if it'll be able to survive the wily charms of the siren. Yeah, okay. Problems. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we can actually make it back in time. Haha, I was right. There was one there. I guessed right. Oh, but I can't afford the war elephant. Too much iron. Yeah, the morale is pretty low on these. Being wiser than any other animal, the elephant will not go to war unless provoked into rage. Oh, so is it a rager? No, just trying. Monkey people, however, are annoying enough to raise the ire of even the humblest of elephants. Armored carrying howdahs full of screaming monkeys, the elephants are driven into enemy lines where they cause tremendous damage even to armored knights. So range 5. Can also be used in melee, in addition to other attacks. Okay, that's nice. Basically just an all-around great hitter. Ooh. Alright, let's not lose this guy immediately. Actually, I probably just went over here instead, but okay. Not a problem, not a problem. Nothing here for us. Too many pygmies, I think. I could just throw a bunch of tiny monkeys at them. So it's going to be a little while before we can actually get any really useful units. So why don't we just throw... I feel like the archers aren't worth it. I feel like the archers are a trap. So we can just get these guys instead, yeah. There's so many of them though. What do we need most in the front? Need some real guys, but let's actually just get some real archers right now. Take like 5 extra of them, and then we'll give in the Bandar's units off to them. Oh, we have access to scouts too. Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen. Also flying, right. Well, if we get that back, it wouldn't be too much of a problem. Basically up our buying of iron. Because 1 iron a turn is not going to be enough. No, sir. Maybe we should just bite the bullet, just, yeah. Just go for it. Get the extra monkeys too, I guess. You basically don't have any problem here. Alright, we'll get rid of you. Maybe I guess we'll kind of like pick you out of the area afterwards. I think I spent way too much time around my starting position. Oh, good lord. Kill it. So, yeah. That sucked. Siren's gone though, so I guess it was worth it. Not really, at all. And can't afford it anymore. Alright. How bad could the ants go? know what? Maybe I'll just give this to the guy up front here. Enjoy your Bane Star. It's better than the mace you got. Alright, and we'll buy it overpriced for now. Gotta get the iron. Gotta get some real units. Gotta get some of those apes. Oof. Right, I hate ants. They're pretty bad. Tough bastards. Can we survive pygmies like that? I don't think so. So if I was to buy some fun things... So you guys just basically have one armor, eh? Okay. So one armor archers for 10 iron and 40 gold. One iron, yeah, okay, so for one armor, basically costs 10 iron. I guess, yeah, these guys have 2, okay. Big beefy boys. That's basically like a crossbow every turn, and then when they level up, they get an extra point of damage too. Makes them great. These guys are... Well... Great club. Ooh, sweep. Plus 5 damage though. These guys are amazing. I like the sweep though, that's real nice. That'd be great for clearing out a lot of small units at once. Goblins. A few of those wouldn't be too bad. It is now spring. The large spiders are out in force. You have nothing. There's a potential to buy like a magic user, as most classes often do. Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. The Yogi. What is this? Reincarnation. A unit with this commander will be reborn in a random friendly temple if it should die. If any evil act has been committed, the dead unit will be reincarnated as a lower being. If no evil act has been committed, he will be reborn as a creature with the same status. Trying to damage or enslave anyone will count as acts of evil. Okay. When you first encounter the monkey people, you might think that they are brutes and savages with limited mental faculties. To some extent, the sentiment is correct, but it doesn't take into account the white ones and the ancient wisdom sought by their sages since long before mankind learned how to read and write. The Yogi is such a white one, a white-furred. Well, the Yogi is such a white one. A white-furred Vanara sage practicing forms of magic older and more profound than any wisdom practiced by mankind. While the Yogi is a young student of this ancient lore, we can clearly see his superior understanding of the world and the turning of time. So this is the generic kind of guy. Okay, so this gives me access to diamonds. Am I collecting diamonds from anywhere? Oh, the palace. Okay. I guess that's maybe just random. Ritual caster, resist magic and twist fate. Not too bad. For spells and lesser summoning. Summons a lesser divine being from the Akashic realms. Goyakas, Apsaras, Anguris, Yavanas, or Nagas. Quite a lot going on there. I like that the description actually tells you what you might get, instead of just something vague and otherworldly. I don't like these guys have bows. They can match me and it's not fun. Alright, so that's probably a waste of money since that's all I've got here. It's those guys. Would like that oasis. We'll probably have to wait. Well, these pygmies move in and ruin my day. Let's keep looking for some more low-hanging fruit around the area. Being in the south is kind of nice, but then it also sucks when you run into deserts and, well, mountains. Jungles, you can usually go around the jungles. You should normally go around the jungles. Where did... Oh my... Okay. Never mind. Because going through the jungles, you will get eaten. By something. Mark my words. I would like a scout. A scout would be useful. Will be useful right now. Don't really think so. And the dwarves scare me. It started to peter out already. No units to fight these guys with. I'll have to wait a couple more turns and just throw maybe a bunch of monkeys at them. So, this guy isn't immortal, but he has reincarnation. A unit with this command will be born. Does it also count for himself, or... And I would assume that maybe if we get attacked, that doesn't count as being harmed, because that would just be self-defense. Is that how it works? So if we attack into an army, that'll probably count as an act of evil. But if we're attacked, well, that's not really evil to defend yourself, now is it? Karma, how does it work? Nobody knows. Oh. We found our first friend. Not the beholder, but whoever these purple people are. That's a cheaper scale. I will definitely grab that one for now. And I've doomed myself. So now I can't afford anything. Don't kill him. He's innocent. Truly and stupidly innocent. Now, I know I'll be safe if I go and grab this, but I want this oasis instead. Actually, I might have just saved myself, so... Unless it's the Scourge Lord and you can have undisputed reign over the deserts. I need some archers real bad. But if I was to... No, I wouldn't want to. I was thinking about selling some iron, but it still wouldn't give me enough to recruit anything. I'll have to wait. Maybe I should kind of start heading back so I can kind of refortify. Maybe find another citadel down here, another palace maybe. The arm's nice though. So I should be able to get something next turn. Pretty spry, pretty spry. I guess I was wrong. What's taking up so much of my money? Probably that. Is it just me? I feel like the trading in this game is just a little bit more brutal than it was. I will absolutely go for that. More monkey tribes, please. So still can't do anything there, but this is a little bit better. This guy can maybe take them out without too much trouble. I like... Oh, yes, they were hiding. I should have known. Shouldn't be too bad. Oh yeah, we got this in the bag. I gotta see that one more time. Sorry, did you you decide to try to murder a tree with your bane mace there? Your bane flail? The bane star. The bush is affected. Is there a sweep on that? Oh, is it? Oh, because it's still a target, so you smash the tree. Alright. Fantastic. I'm sure that will have no negative repercussions at all. And to avoid any problems with this, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that deer. Throw these archers. These guys go in the mid-range, right? Yeah. Also mid. I kind of do just want to dump like 50 gold on some archers just to get rid of these guys and these guys. But who will lead them? I don't think I should throw the yogi in there. Nor do I really want to throw this guy either. So maybe I'll just save my money for right now. And there's no doubt these guys would tear right through us. I need these guys, actually, before I think about it. Before I even think about it. Actually, do I even want these guys? 6 plus 5, I want 7 plus 4. Plus sweep. I think these guys are better. And I can afford them, and I do want them. So I want to take these dwarves out. So maybe that's what I'll do. No. Oh, yes, but no. Let's just grab all these. Yeah, okay, and you're backlining those. Guess I will be throwing you out there. The wolves. The pygmy wolves. Yeah, and I guess I'll pick you up too. Slow goings. Slow goings. War elephant was inevitable, but it's not what I'm craving right now. It's not what I need. Pygmies have fucked off over there. If the bandits would suicide into those pygmies, that'd be nice. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Should have checked for units there before I did that. So we're looking here. We're looking at a little while before we can get anything cool in terms of summons. $1 short there. Definitely get rid of you guys. Now just realizing this might have been bad, but too late. I'm going to assume there's probably nothing else in this desert. At least we can kind of head back over this way a little bit. I missed that. Was that kobolds? No, Goblin Chief. Who are you? I'm going to assume this is the Necromancer, because he's the only one I can really think of that gets humans and goblins at the same time. Finish your thoughts, please. Jungle, jungle, and jungle. Large spiders. No. Have to anyways. You guys don't have armor, right? No. You do have a lot of HP though. That might be a problem. More monkeys though. Always want more monkeys. What would we get back here? We would get soldiers of our own. Should have 3 actually. Yeah, okay, so swords are faster than maces. Would like we don't necessarily have to use the iron on the archers. On them anyways. Is it worth waiting to get the swords for just maybe a slightly better chance of killing these guys? Let's do some saber rattling with some saber monkeys. That sounds pretty cool. Could throw out a war elephant. I can afford it now. These guys are pretty cool. Might be worth stocking up some war elephants. How long is it going to take you to get back over here? Or do I want to give you a war elephant? Because these guys will chew through a war elephant pretty easily. War elephant might be good against these guys. Because you got 2 armor anyways. No shield, but you are battle fast. Break up the lines quite a bit. Might be worth it having 2 of those. And something sneaky took my crap again. Got too close to those guys, they may want to come for me too. What is the right call? The right call right now is to get rid of these pygmies, I'm pretty sure. Let's go for it. And as for these guys, actually, why don't we go ahead and get the... Yeah, these Bandar warriors. And we'll start picking up these guys. How about that? Swing them over, and then you can grab whatever you need. So, yeah. So I found... So, there's finally a counter to pygmies, and it's monkeys. Who'da thunk? That's really unfortunate. So if you're a ghost, you're... Oh, I can't switch my weapon over. No! Alright, well, he survived. What was it though? Oh. Base spiders, fun. Go Baneflail. Do what you must. That's really unfortunate. Base spider had some trouble there, I think. Maybe a little bit too much trouble. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a bunch of stupid monkeys later. Alright, trash tier class. Can't even get it out of its starting position. Oh boy. Okay, maybe the run is saved. We may be able to survive. Do some retreating. Let's see where this guy heads over to. Oh, come on, I want to get some summons going. It's taking too long. Alright, as I suspected, you were going to come along this way. Have to go a long way around. Big sweepers, and I guess we'll just grab the swordsman. Yeah, that seems pretty strong. What do you need? A lot. For now. I'm gonna move you there, maybe something will spawn. Wealthy merchant. Everything comes from a deserted port. Not anywhere near me, that's for sure. Haha, one single monkey. Just for funsies, we'll just kind of group them together. Did I want to bring these guys? I don't think I did, but I'll bring them anyways. Soon, very soon. In 3 more years, we'll have a summon out. While our enemies grow stronger than we could ever possibly imagine. Is there a scout in this one? Oh yeah, we do have a scout, okay. Let's bide our time. We will grow stronger. Eventually. Serpents and spider tribes, oh my. Okay, but we need some actual frontliners here. Does it matter? I want the Bondar warriors, but I have to wait on them. Is the one armor really worth it? It could be. These guys are really nice. I'm gonna wait on their turn. I like the swords. Swords seem better. The maces. Especially since I'm gonna go and try and take on those dwarves. And we'll get rid of you guys. So let's grab the swordsman. Or should we grab some of these guys? These guys are much better though. They're not slow either. 2 armor and 16 HP. These guys are just so good. So good. The sweep attack, I love it. +5 on the sword attack here is great. It's cool, but just the sweep. I'll grab some swordsmen, because yeah, we really do need frontliners. And I think we're actually probably going to need some, we're actually going to need some extra commanders. That seems to be a bit of a bottleneck for this class, or at least just my playstyle. Take all the tiny monkeys and we'll deal with the pygmies so that they never bother us again. Maybe. Four units. I don't know if that's really enough to take on the dwarves. We have those guys up front, but they've got a pretty big force. Might not be worth it to even try. Come with a mace and a longbow. You guys also have the longbow, yeah. It's better just to have archers. Regular old archers against dwarves. Well, this might actually be enough to go after these guys. It might be a bit of a waste, but I actually do want to keep this Yogi safe. Should probably bring him back too. Turtling. Turtling too hard. It's turtle heading. I feel like this shouldn't go too poorly. We do have the advantage, the numbers advantage here. Could get another one of these guys. I think that's what I want to do, so I don't have to worry about this guy, so I can have access to the, the heavy Bandar guys. Not that I'm using them much. But I don't lose access to them. That's the biggest thing. Oh, get him on iron again. Right, because we lost that one. Okay, let's see. I see where the bottleneck is happening. Everywhere. I am the bottleneck. Oof, those archers. My archers. Pretty amazing. Alright, go monkeys. You ready to strike? Extra fun. Waiting. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about those wormy potatoes up there. They're good friends. And our warriors would be. No, we need to wait. I need the sweepers. Ah, a village. So there's just trolls hanging out in those mountains. Interesting. What do I need here? What do I want? Oh, can't go wrong with archers. I think we only just get some basic units here. Let's see how that serves us. Yes, it is the Necromancer. Wherever he may be. Whatever his angle. His plans for the world. Getting a nice chunk of cash, so it's a recruitment every 2 turns now, just about. Scout might also be nice. However, I want what I can't have. Yes, it's basic units. Don't get fancy here. But they're so nice. Also, I think I have enough for the... Yes, okay. Alright. Let's get something good. Alright, these guys. Just 2 of them. Not great, I don't think. They have awe, though, which is nice. So, Spartan kick. So 1 to 6 damage. Oh, that's spear, my bad. Okay, still. 1 to 3 damage with a kick, and a 1 to 6 damage spear attack. According to the lore of the White Ones, there are Akashic realms beyond ours that are inhabited by blessed beings blessed with divine splendor. Just like the Vanara society, the Akashic realms are stratified, and the Guyakas are the least of the divine warriors of... Oh, geez, Svargaloka? Svargaloka. Ugh. Words. Not my regular words, that's for sure. They fight with spears and wield divine splendor as protection. That's about it. Okay, so just... They glisten in the sun. And are intimidating. I see. Duly respectable. I have a feeling we might not be able to contend with the Necromancer soon. do something. Do something soon. We are getting tons of iron though, so might swing these guys back if I can. We should. What if I buy it over price? I want to, but maybe, just maybe, we can be able to afford the. No, it won't. That's right. Just 2 off. I had to make concessions somewhere. Well, it's gonna take me a little bit to get over that way anyway, so. Yeah, I guess we'll go for it. It's not a very strong army, but and there could actually be danger up that way. An unknown army of some kind. So we'll recruit up some more of those heavy Bondar warriors with a sweep attack. Ooh, lovely. You guys don't have a... You do have a scout, so why did this just go away all of a sudden? Maybe the Ictid Raider Warriors? Something came in from the sea? Oh no, it was the trolls being bastards, I see, okay. That's fair. Not really, but I understand. Ambushed again, okay, bad. I'm assuming this is more phase spiders, and it's not going to go as well as it did last time, will it? So, only attacks of melee. Yeah, not affected. So he could still get pierced by a poison javelin, so I'm not going to risk that. Yeah, there's not really enough up there to win the one. They're just handing them to me, and I just need to go get them. Could have had a lot more free spawn by now. Okay, I'm digging it. Haven't had too much. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I figured that it would be bad. Okay. So, apparently these pyramids are just infested with phase spiders. And my life is ruined now. I don't think these guys are enough to take on the dwarves. Not that it really matters, because as soon as I take the dwarves on, the trolls are just gonna take it over, so I gotta deal with them first. This is probably a nice ambush of phase spiders. So just avoid that at all costs, which means I have to get another scout, so I don't have to deal with that crap. That means now I need a new target somewhere. What would be my new target? I don't know. So this side of the map is kind of lost to me. I should maybe pursue over this way instead. And I guess we'll go through the desert to do that. And my poor kitty cat wants some attention, but I'm busy. She'll be fine. Oh, that poor thing. Right, this might actually be kind of... Oh, a vine whip? I don't know if I've seen this before. Entanglement, soft weapon. Armor counts double against attachment weapon. Okay, so just kind of mostly entanglement. Is a nice volcano here that I'll never be able to use. I'm going to risk my guys over here for a Hail Mary. I suppose we can skip some of the desert trekking over there. I'm just jumping over that. So, Need Bandar warriors will travel. Cannot afford mines or anything, and I guess I should have seen that coming. So there's a warlock out here somewhere, and powerful enough to kill a drag queen. Or the drag queen was weak enough to just get steamrolled. He's probably got rock guys or rock elementals. All those kinds of fun things. Not technically a melee attack. Will it say melee attack? But these guys have like a fire shield. These guys too. Yeah. Gonna need some fire protection for that. That's way too much money. I don't want to spend that on them. Tell me, how scary is the Necromancer right now? I could look at the square graphs, but not yet. Let's wait. Keep it a surprise. Another deserted port, so seems like there's a lot of fun stuff happening that I'm not privy to. Nice villages over there. I have the money. Some more of these guys, I guess. Archers. Yeah, they tossed off. They knew I was coming. Good. Good. Still probably suicide, even with that amount. I say probably, knowing full well it is. 15 archers on a wall like that, yeah, that's suicide. Give me the money, I need the money, alright. I wonder if the last commander was taken out. I can't remember what the death condition was for the drag queen. I need another recruitment center though. Maybe I should have ran them down, but my mercy will be the end of me. We do have a great gold income right now though. So if I can just maintain a level head, I should be able to start clawing my way up and through. Also, it's pretty risky. I don't actually have a scale with these guys anywhere, so. What's the range on that biome? Just one. What if I did that instead? Why not? Let's start sending these guys out to go collect those. Do need a guy. Do need a guy to make the rounds, to make this worthwhile. And I assume it's going to be worthwhile for now. not a lot of... Well, I say not a lot of real estate, but I'm making 36 gold a turn right now, so... A little bit difficult to keep a hold of it, though, it seems. Between them and them. There's only 5 of them. We do have a lot of monkeys. I could potentially wait until winter and get a bonus against these guys, but yeah. How long do I have to wait for that? I've got 25? 5 more turns? No, I can't wait. I'm sure we could take on 5 of these guys. And I'm about to lose my yogi. Losers. I knew it. Give me that castle. That's mine. What if I went up and around the jungle? Would that be faster? How'd this go? Okay, yeah, not so bad. So against animals, the Makata archers seem pretty decent. I don't think we'd have too much trouble with these archers. What we got? Not a lot, though. Maybe we'll wait for them to move out. We'll absolutely go for that coal mine, though. Give me more gems. Maybe more bandar logs. Let's reach front. Let's raise it like front now. Just also front. Sure, just throw more archers in the back there. 3 gems a turn. Do not have enough to do another summon, which is nice, and they decided to go away from there as well. So I'll definitely take that opportunity. Something nice. Ooh, some Nagas. Are you guys fire resistant? No. You aren't poison resistant though. Slightly. And you will suck in snowy locations. Confusion, Poison Spit, and a Magic Sword. Oh my god, I like these guys. Okay. According to the lore of the White Ones, there are Akashic realms beyond ours that are inhabited by beings with divine splendor. One of these realms is Patala, the netherworld of serpents. In this dark and wet place dwell the Nagas, serpentine beings revered by the monkey people despite their obvious wickedness. Considered benevolent by the Vanara, they are still the eternal enemies of the guards of Svargaloka. I think I said it better that time. Don't lynch me, please. More. I need more. More monkey warriors. Naga's cool though. 15 HP, no armor though. But a very fancy magic sword. Which I'd like to use against the dwarves. Kill them. Use your arrows. Okay, so lost one swordsman. Fortunate. Could potentially just get some regular. Oh, at a discount? Or no, that's a. Wait, is that a discount? I can't remember how much these 2 brigands usually cost. Typically, anyways. But, okay, so we're going to recruit in 2 places now, which is nice. can look forward to that. Actually, I want to get rid of these guys. Oh, and fucked up. Not really, though. We got these guys. Okay, we should be okay. I hope. Can now afford more of these guys. Yes. Yes. Give me more of these beefy units. Ooh. What do you need? You need, real archers. You need real archers. I guess we'll leave those guys behind. I'm not gonna go for the guard tower. I'll pass on that. Saw something moving up there. I think it's probably the Necromancer coming back for his stuff. He's gonna get it though. Well, he will, but I'm not gonna let him keep it. Oh, it's straight up Necromancer. Oh boy, he's got Banes and Shades and Boots of Regeneration. I would very much like those Boots of Regeneration. Can I overrun 4 snakes? Probably not, so why don't we just go for that instead? Ooh. Are you guys slow? Swamp, no. Where will you go? I remember he has a big old earth elemental and a big old fire elemental. Plus tons of these clouds things that, I don't own anything that has shock resistance. That's going to be a little tricky to contend with. Variant plus 2 iron though, so we got 5 iron a turn. So every so often we can get a few of these guys, but got 28 units. If I was to bump up maybe like another set of these guys and maybe some extra warriors on the flank and maybe another set of archers, so like another 150 gold. I could potentially take those dwarves out. Is it worth it? I mean, I just get to the swordsman. These don't seem too bad. What do I want to do? Run this way, I guess. Because even if I post these guys up, they're not going to be able to fight those. Fight the warlock like that. Try and burn down the jungle a little bit, make it easier to move around there. If I could. And I'm going to assume there's also nothing there, but I'm going to check it out anyways. More archers? Oh, I already recruited. Right, okay. Well, there's 2 up there. Don't mind if I do. Just, I don't know. I feel like it's not enough to take out the dwarves. Definitely not enough to try and take on the undead guy there. Seems maybe like a Russian class. Like one of those early contenders. I didn't get a very lucrative start. Well, I mean, I guess I have. I got kind of hemmed in the first few turns, so here you go, blaming the game again. I will do it at every opportunity. Yeah, get out of here. Right, well, the goal now is don't get caught by horrors, but we have a scout, so we should be okay-ish. And I think we're gonna head over and try and just collect more magic gems. I need them. And you maybe want to come back down a bit. Need my own special units. And I guess we'll just use our gold to kind of build more monkey armies. That sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, okay, also nothing. So we'll just have you chill out here and stuff. I could bring you guys along, but probably end up losing you. Although memorize won't be useful against either of these guys, so maybe I should use it against the dwarves. Ooh, maybe even work against the troll. Ah, yes. If I mesmerized a troll, I'd be in a really good position. Can't afford anything this time. Am I buying it overpriced now? Yes, and it seems that the warlock is spreading. Much to my dismay. Cannot afford it though, unfortunately. And probably take too many turns to get that back. It is a rather nice army there. I feel like we should be able to take these guys on. Take these dwarves out, and maybe just kind of throw a bunch of archers and the mesmerizers at the troll. They're gonna get lucky eventually, right? So what if I use my monkey brain? So it costs 3. It costs a whole turn, so I'm gonna come here instead. You can probably see me from there. Oh, that's just a gold stream. That's not even his citadel. Oh crap. There's 2 extra diamonds now, which is nice. Save the money? Oh no. Marcus. Aaron is a point of contention here for me. Oh, that was sucky. Never healing wound. Those ballistas hit hard. Entanglement. Don't kill my Nagas, please. I need them for the troll. Oh, I got one. Alright, I'll leave the dwarf there. Give me these Nagas, give me these guys. something we do, maybe. Yeah, screw it, we'll also bring these guys too. Why not? We'll bring a whole lot of them. Guessing it's kind of risky. You know, I should have. Maybe I do. Who has the? Yes, okay, you've got the Vine Whip. Only throw the Vine Whip on someone like you. I feel like that's probably a better use. So we'll Vine Whip that guy into submission and go from there. Oh, I do have mine. Swordsman. Epic Bandar Warriors. I like these guys a lot. I think I'm just gonna keep going with them. Maybe do craft, maybe not, I don't know. Alright, give me a troll. Give me a troll. Wrong, mesmerize. I forgive you. I thought maybe we'd be able to go over or something. Come on! Yes! Yes! I wasn't expecting it. I thought that was not going to work out for me, but troll acquired. 2 more turns. We can do that. Something sneaky took our stuff. I don't like that at all. Big old troll boy. Ooh, love it. Alright, but now the tricky thing is, where do we go from here? So we're hemmed in by the Warlock here, and we're hemmed in by the Necromancer here. They need to fight each other and leave me alone. I'm liking this class. I haven't been playing it that well. Let's do another summon here. Okay, more of these guys, but these guys have swords this time. Fun. According to the lore of the White Ones, there are realms beyond ours that are inhabited by blessed beings, right? The Ivana is a warrior of Svar Galoka, higher in rank than the Gyaka, but not as important as the Gandharva warrior musicians. Ooh. Well, that must be the big summons. The Ivanas fight with magic swords or bows given them by the Akashic deities. Oh, so they can come with bows. Those would actually not be that useful, because if their only bonus is having the awe, then an archer with awe is not that great. Not that useful, anyways. Since they're not going to be in the melee range for it to be useful. Right, powers. So we've seen the Nagas, the Ivanas, the Gyakas, and then we're missing the 2 other ones we haven't seen. Troll. Oh, I have the troll. The mighty, mighty troll. Let's just get as far away as we can. Keep going north. And hope to God that that thing isn't coming down south towards us. That better not be the Warlock. Seems I made the right decision to go there. And to run away. The question is now, am I gonna get myself trapped up here? Slowly building a fleet spawn army. Suppose also mass archer spam from this tiny monkeys would be good for ghosts and the like. What do I really want out here though? Maybe I should focus on mass buying gems now. Actually, that seems like a better use of our money, I guess. Start getting those big summons. It seems like I really can't contend these guys with just regular. Tribe of goblins and their giant worm god has invaded the gold mine. Okay. Well. Giant worm gods are a thing, apparently. That's useful information to know. Pale ones seem like they could go down pretty easily. You have a scout? No, you don't. Just serpents that took that, so go ahead and take that, I guess. Where do I want to move these guys? Maybe he seems slow or anything. Diamonds with our grand exchange of moolah. Brigands like to move around a lot, so maybe we should take those guys out first. Would probably rather go for this, but I know they're gonna be a pain in the ass. I'm gonna guess there's a brigand lair around here somewhere. Seems too many to be a coincidence. I guess we'll just be saving our money up to buy gems to level our yogi up. Maybe we'll buy war elephants now. That seems like an okayish thing to go for. Guys should also be okay against these guys, I think. You don't have... Oh, you do have more stealth. Right, because you're a Tabi Chief. Ah, I could probably use this to my advantage. Maybe, somehow. If I were smarter. If only. Beautiful. I love that troll. He's my favorite troll. Alright, since you got Battle Fright, you're not really that much useful anyway as a unit, so I'll go ahead and grab you, why not? If only I had them before. I'd stay the hell away from those fucking pyramids. Oh, I forgot. They are a no fun zone. Oh, I don't have a fire. Crap. Wait a little longer. I guess we just start piling down some money that way for some more archers. Our base is completely undefended. Which could be bad if any of those horrors decided to come that way. Land, air, or sea. Only lost one guy there. You're gonna make me do that, so just get it over with, I guess. There's a village up there, but it's screwed. And for an early warning system, we are gonna take this. I'll go ahead and grab those guys. Maybe there might be a port down there. That'd be really nice. Just going this way. He's on me. Nice 15 crit. I suppose one bonus to the other guys would be that they have a shield, making that 2 armor pretty good against arrows. So that might kind of be like our sieging force to get a bunch of these heavy Bondar swordsmen. The Bondar warriors are cheaper. They only have 1 armor though. Let's get those guys up. Not a bad force here actually, 13 units over the course of 3 years. Definitely worth it. Now, where do we go from here? Uncharted territories. What are we up to? We're up to 36, 38. We'll be there pretty soon. Get this guy leveled up and maybe get some real summons going. Something that could fight against the Warlock, the Necromancer. Something, hopefully. Alright, who goes here? What's wrong with you? You got Battle Fright? Alright, you stay there. You scared Monke up in the watchtower. How much? It's Mind Blast and Life Drain. Paralyze. Yeah, okay, I'm not dealing with those. That's somebody else's problem. I'll stay away from the Warlock. It's scary. But somebody else needs to fight him. Someone else besides me. Let's take a look at the score graphs. I think that seems okay. Alright, so, right, I believe that's a Necromancer. This group we got here. Yeah, the Necromancer is way off charts. The Warlock is also way off charts. We're in 3rd. There is a Scourge Lord and a Dwarf Queen. The High Cultist. The Dragon Queen died. So, because of the Dwarf Queen, we're not winning this game. It's just not happening. Yeah. Well, all things considered, this is just a regular old Davala. They've only got a couple of... Yeah, they've only got a handful of these. The magic would be the worst thing. Everything else would, just kind of fall into place. Some of these warriors. Leave the customary 2 archers back up there. Suppose you, for the most part, can drop all these guys off and head back over and do it all over again. No. And I highly doubt there's also a port there, so let's not waste any more turns. I have to go by the Dark Tower, the Dark Citadel of the Necromancer. Skirt around it and hope that their stack of ghosts don't attack me. Didn't mean to go there, but now we are there. The Sea Dogs will also probably prove to be another annoyance and go for that village. I'm doing all the hard work that we just done. So we got what? 1246, 53. Maybe one more turn. Or 2 more turns, we'll get this guy leveled up. I'm pretty sure he'll start floating, so he wouldn't be too much of a problem for the Dwarf Queen. Single Slinger is dead. Ah, Desert Palace. Sweet. I'll actually nab this. I want this bad. Sea Dogs fucked off. A bunch of brigands. Not fun. You can do this now? Yes. Aha. The Guru. There's actually a Grand Mastery as well. 100 gems of mixed. The white one summons a divine or semi-divine being from the Akashic realms: Yakshas, Yakshinis, Naragajas, Kinnaras, Siddhas, and Maruts. I have no idea what any of these things are. I can only imagine that they are slightly OP. Oh, Twist Fate. Invade Mind. Ooh, Enslave. Huh. Huh. Also, you're not flying. Or floating. Boo. Boo. Sure, we'll drop some dough on some of these guys. They're pretty cool. I like them. You sure you're not floating? Maybe that's the Grand Master. He starts floating. I know in Dominions that they have some Guru monkeys and they float. Where is that deserted port? Tell me, I want to know. Do I wait? I guess I could. Why not? We'll wait one turn and we'll throw everything we got up there. And we'll just ignore all that. You do have a scout. There are 3 knights there. You could potentially ruin us. What have you been fighting? credits this entire time? Oh, I could believe it. They weren't so wacky. So that's gonna cost me 100. And I better get something good for it. This is taking forever. So maybe so far don't bother with the level 1 summoning spell. It takes a lot. We are starting to snowball a little bit here. Only 5 years in the game. I think typically I'm doing pretty good for where I'd usually be, I think. Alright, no. My Nagas. Don't kill my Nagas, please. Are they wall climbers? No. Please, they help me gain this trope. Don't kill them on me. Suckers. Lost 2 heavy binder warriors, so that sucks. It's definitely worth it, though, I think. Because we can now get camel riders and such, but I don't really have anything to quickly travel through the desert anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. Get our Yogi out here. Twist Fate and Resist Magic. So, seems to be kind of the same. Yeah. Pretty standard, I guess. I wonder if we can slay the Beholder. Just throw a bunch of Katas at this guy, just to get rid of the goblins and such. No, they get melted by the Beholder. There's no way. But enslave, that would be awesome. Oh, if we can enslave the Beholder, and it is a possibility, it might require copious amounts of save scumming. But that might actually make us be able to win. Yeah, that could contend with the Warlock and the Necromancer for sure. Kind of fell out of ranks here, I guess. Ooh, yeah. Go big monkey. Make me proud. Let's get some regular archers there, yeah. Good enough for now. Find some untapped land somewhere, maybe. Still no idea. Invade mine is enslaved. Doesn't affect mindless beings. Okay, so that wouldn't work against the elementals. We need something to fight against the elementals, though. Need more gems. Where do I get more gems? So we have 5 gems a turn. Plus 3, so I'm getting like what, sorry, 36 diamonds a year. So we got 50 plus 86 okay. No, we need more. We need absolute more. So we lost 1 there. We get 2 there. How can we possibly get more gems? You just need to hang back. That's definitely not enough archers. We need more archers there, so we get a chance, get some more archers. Just really fortify that place, and even if they do have gross, disgusting undead zombie ghosts. Just a mass wall of arrows. Take care of it. Gold Arcana, Firebrand, all this crap. This is a magic library we need, though. No, but the city seems pretty freaking dope. Don't mind if I do, Necromancer. More archers, more archers. In fact, I'm just gonna get a whole bunch of these guys. Why not? Just fill this whole thing up with archers. It's a legitimate strategy. You can't tell me that it's a bad one. Because it's kind of the only strategy I can use right now. Gather all you. Oh, hey, come back. Oh, there's my world. This counts as a recruitment, huh? What the hell, yeah, I want to wear elephants. Are you kidding me? He's not fast, though. This guy is fast. That's just... everything, please. And I'll leave that contingency. That should be enough to take on those guys. Hopefully. That's 12. 12 against what? 17? Yeah, we should win. There you are. Oh. Oh, I see. Here's a battle function used. Can I buy from you? How does this work? That's a lot. Crosswomen. These guys don't scare me too much, but the crosswomen do. Also, this guy. Unit can enhance his spellcasting abilities and studies. Ever. Oh, right. Okay, so he can become level 3 faster. We'll get some tasty bonuses out of that. Cracking nothing? Yeah, okay, let's go for it. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? What, am I gonna die and lose all my Nagas? Oh no. Oh, it's got a festering wound. My Nagas, no. Are you guys... Not all of you are stealthy. No. Most of you would be. Sure, get some more of those guys. Okay. No more elephants. A catapult for 50 gold. Is that just a just straight up 50 gold for a catapult? What do you have? You have causes blindness. That's not fun. So everything here is just freaking blind, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, you rad bastard. Yeah, just use those. Yeah, okay. Festering wound, blind. Everything up here is just blind. Okay. Cool. 2 spoils of war. I didn't actually really lose that much, just got a lot of blind guys. Right, okay, so 25 iron and you're freaking blind. Almost always misses with attacks. So I mean, I guess I could use that on them, but it'd be kind of a waste. Sorry. Okay, so that's the catapult was a mercenary recruitment. Ooh. Where do I want catapult? I guess I'll take catapult here. Why not? And the war elephants. I guess we'll leave one Mikado or something. Excellent. Moving on up slightly, ever so slightly. Let's do that, and we'll get some archers here. And we're broke again. Fun. No, I can't really do anything there. Okay. Poo. Uma. Oh, I forgot to check to see if libraries help us. What helps us here? You know, recruit human wizards. Okay, so I guess we need temples for these guys. That makes sense, right? Mercenaries and magic items. Oh, so... Alright, yes, I forgot. You can buy magic items in Conquest of Elysium 5. Such a nice addition. Wish we still own that. I don't know why we don't own that. We'd be getting 6, 7, 8 a turn. How are we doing? We got 41, 15. Still a ways off of being able to do a high level summon. Just throw a bunch, just get the walls manned for right now. Or monkeyed. Should have got some water before this. Throw some dry. Oh, these guys are wall climbers though, so... And just amass monkeys. And throw them into the meat grinder. That's an option. Depending on what's there, we could potentially take them out. Okay. Strats. Monkey strats. Broke monkey strats. Because we are broke, not the strategy is broken. I imagine it could work serviceably well. We should definitely have another row of archers. Considering that most of mine are blind. Going nerds. New world incoming events, hopefully. Dwarves. Dwarves. I forget what you are. Necromancer. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the yellow fellow... Oh, dear. The yellow fellow was the High Cultist, and he was not doing very well up in that corner. I wonder why. Well, hilariously enough, if I had a flame brand that I could get here from the Magic Library, I could swing them all the way down here and grab this volcano, because he'd be fire resistant. Yay. Something to think about, but who would do it? Who would lead us to such greatness? I believe it had to be Old Monkey. He just hit so hard that even though he's not doing any extra damage with it, would be enough. Oh boy, okay, so run away from him and them there. Maybe just hide on this island for the rest of your life. Consider how to acquire magic library, copious amounts of monkeys. I'm thinking that might be the new strength. I could get another yogi. Why would I want another yogi? Are yogis even worth it? Because I have to level them up. I want to say no. Not worth it. 3 gems for that. Only one of these. Hopefully no disease. Gold screen though, I'm taking that. I need the gem income more than anything right now. Because I can't fight my main enemies here, which seem to have just fuck tons of whatever the hell all this is. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, you don't really have too many scary units. Really, the only scary unit back here is the Necromancer with his necromancy spells. Yogi or no Yogi? I'm gonna say no Yogi. I'll grab these guys too. I think I might just do a monkey run. Bam bam. And hope that I can. I'll get another, like, one of these guys. Yeah, what's your story here? Can I get another one of you somehow? I mean, I could send this guy in, but he's weak. He's a weakling. Get 5 diamonds a turn. Oh, fancy. So we're up to 77 now. There's about. Alright, he went after the dwarves. That's what I like to see. Alright, what do you got? Fear, I guess will win, not a problem. Him being blind isn't too much of a problem, because he just do doors and trampling. I'm not even going to trampling either. Oh no! Oh, we're losing a war elephant, that's for sure, and just a swordsman. Was the trade worth it? Maybe not. Yeah, that's just a straight up. Just an island. You guys can hang out there, I don't mind. Take an island vacation, why not? 2 more Mercados. I'm losing gold somewhere. Do not enjoy. Should have careful. I mean, we could do this. Can't do it with what I got right there, but he's all the way up there. He's kind of scary, but he's not scary right now. Would have to run the flame brand down though, and he would have to come back as well. What's the other alternative? I could just run the troll in there. I could suicide the troll. He might be able to do it. I'd have to send the monkeys though, so I still need the monkey strats. Two. just want to do that. Units, and these guys just like gold arcana, white magic, yeah. Might not be too bad, but I want some more of those frontline guys just to soak up some damage. Oh, hello. The dwarves are coming out to play, I see. As one might expect. Oh, these kinds of buttholes. Just 10 dwarf workers, huh? Right, that's still need to crap. Still need to crap. Thirty-one Marcadas, 15 Marcada archers. 26 Marcada archers. That should be enough monkey power, but I would hope anyways. Alright, grab these guys up here. Just come here, hang out. Maybe one day you'll be useful again, who knows? Alright, one more turn, and then I could probably put a few more guys up here, archers. Okay. Slow goings, but it's happening. Right, they're going right for that mine. Here I thought they might actually be going for something. Unless I'm going to deal with... Don't kill him! Oh my god. I have like 1 HP. Alright, you're making monkeys very, very mad. I do have extra money. I think just mass amounts of Marcados. Go, do not falter. It's Monkey Island. I'm sorry to everybody who wanted to post that comment. I've never actually played Monkey Island, so at least you can have that at least. Will we win? I doubt it. Incinerate, single target, anti-magic, luck. Solar rays? Yeah, whatever, we're screwed. If we didn't have that, we'd probably be... Go, climb the walls. Smash them. Useless. You're all useless. At least kill something. Oh my. You did it. Thought I lost a flame brand. Actually, I want to check that battle again. Okay, so there is only 3 magic items. Okay. No problem. And we'll go ahead and just mop up. You know, I'll say that was worth it. That was a very paltry amount of gold compared to what we received. A lot. received a lot. They're not going to survive that. My singular dwarven friend. Okay, so we do have enough for that, but we almost have enough to level them up again. 15, 91. Let's just hold on a little bit longer and we'll see, like, maybe mega spells. That seems like fun. What is this guy really made of? Tell me. Don't have to worry there too much. Don't get a sight bonus over there, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Actually, why don't we start bringing these guys up? Garudas domain. I think I'd much rather fight the Necromancer than the Warlock at this moment in time. No! You will win! Kill him! Kill him! So close. But you will die. You are. Absolutely destroy that raid spy. Get out of here. Just a regular drain. Where would we want a war elephant? Would we even want a war elephant? Are you kidding me? Of course we want a war elephant. Nope. Let's see. Oh, what is, does that look like a white? A lich? No, not a lich. Oh, jeez. Ah, fuck, right. Okay, well, goodbye, war elephants. I loved you. Oh, right, we have a map thing. Transfer of the troops. What does this do? Transfer almost perfect knowledge of area on use. Okay, but why? This doesn't really do much. Control magic and witchery, we have no access to either of that. Oh, really? No, that has to be dealt with right now. Yogi's probably dead. Probably gonna hit the bed with hit the face with like a rupture or something. Nah, that's too high level spell, but okay, so 155 168. Couple more turns. I'll just wait to see where this guy goes. Can't go too far away. Actually, no, screw that. Get out of here. Hanging on this library would be nice, but I don't think I want to do that. I am going to send him down there. And he will complete this mission for me. Okay, so that's just a Warlock's Apprentice. With an Eye of the Night. Cast Fear automatically in combat. That's cool. Night Magic, Dark Magic, Fear. Okay. Cool, cool. So cool. So he owns pretty much everything over there, and it's up to me to fight the worst enemies over and over again. I knew it. Flame Burst and Tremor. Just unbelievable. You just sniped that Yogi. You did. Just one-tapped him. Absolutely barbaric. Okay. Oh. Who do I bring? No one. No one comes with me. give you that. Sure, why not? And I'll give you that as well. You will be my champion, and you will succeed. Where others have failed. Well, I've got a lot of guys. Okay, bam, just throw the money in there. Throw the money in there and run. Okay. This would be really nice if the catapult managed to snipe the Necromancer. It's a long shot, but we could hope. If you want to take out some of those powerful units, that'd be pretty good too. Wouldn't mind so much there. Cavalry is harsh. Alright, so how'd we do there? We killed about 20 guys, a bunch of ghouls. That's about it. I think he's going around eating villages. I think he's being a little turd muncher. I seriously think that's what's happening. I need to go pick up those guys first, though. Just hope, 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 hope. He doesn't run into anything he can't deal with. So we lost the city, as to be expected. We need more archers, though. That's the thing. Yeah. I like the idea of endless archers here. Okay, we do have enough to level them up to level bajillion now. If he wants to go off and fight the Dwarf Queen, that'd be cool. The Necromancer is probably just unbelievably powerful now. I knew there would come a day where I would hate everything. We'll escort you. And in the Desert Palace, we will level up next turn. How's our troll doing? Is he permanently damaged because of fire? No. He's cool. Although, I guess you're probably just going to keep feeding him units, won't you? That's the trade-off. You guys are big and huge and scary. And not a lot of fun. You do wall climbing. You do. Okay, so this is probably just a death trap. Alright. Ritual of Grand Mastery. Was it worth it? Oh my god. There's other spells that we can learn. Someone's powerful semi-divine being. Devalas. Something different than the Dwarf Queens. Rudras. And the Immortal Cedos. Probably potentially worth it. Also now, yes, we are floating. Luck beyond luck. And the word of lies, confusion. Cool. Powerful enough. Oh yeah, I forgot to read the description for the second guy. Okay. So sometimes a great sage appears in the annals of monkey people, guiding them all in matters. Guiding them in all matters. While there currently are no such enlightened white ones known to us, the existence of such a sublime character should not be dismissed. If we were to encounter a true Rishi, it should be treated with utmost respect and reverence. If the stories are true, which seems likely, the vast knowledge and insight of the Rishi might surpass even the collected lore of entire academies. The Rishi. Very powerful. Now it's going to take forever to even do a basic medium summon. More power. guys. Don't need them. Don't need these monkey people. These weak monkey people. Next time around, yeah, we're gonna start this going ham on the Bandar guys. This shit of the middle order, exactly what I'm looking for. Give me some awesome, good units. I want them. They are mine. I think Gold Monkey can make the trek himself now. Right, I want. Yes, you. Give me you. Give me the swordsman. Start swapping out some of these movie guys. You're blind, lost the other eye, nothing, another eye. Ooh, just a star sapphire. Void magic. Paralyzed air shield. No, I'm gonna give that to you, I guess. I'll give it to you instead. But... I'll give it to you right off the bat. Why not? What's funny about this now is I could probably send them to go do stuff, but there's not really much useful stuff to do out in the water. And I think we're pretty safe over there. I'm gonna keep going. Should probably try and get that city back, but it looks like he's prowling around out there, that Necromancer. Strange. Necromancer of Strange. Yeah, just straight up give me those swordsmans. We'll slowly place these regular warriors with these guys. Big old clubbing force. Maybe we should have went down set, but oh well. Maybe it won't be too long. Oh, we got 7 of those at churn. Okay. Well, if I get that city back, then wouldn't have to worry about too much. Wouldn't have to worry about waiting too long to finally get a good summon out. A beholder on a coal mine. Get your priority straight. Get them straighter than that. Oop, no, not about that. All ye damaged monkey people out of my way. I only want that to get us. I don't know if any of them will ever be enough to actually take on the Necromancer horde. Their shield would be hilarious. If I leave you back, I just kind of give that. I leave these guys back too. Battlefights, let me guess. Battlefight, you guys are cowards. Oops, recruited that to the wrong place. Oh no. I think we can do it. Got 87. You know, I got 100. Yeah, we should be able to do that. And maybe we don't even have to fight the Necromancer. Ever. Ever again. Never ever again. No! My silver warrior will die. I saw this in the prophecy. But no, they didn't win. They certainly didn't win. That would be absurd if they did. Get that luck. Come on. Hit it harder. Hit the front lines. The rewrite fate is not what I'm looking for, but... What are you casting? Paralyze? Not exactly useful. Air shield would be better, but... In terms of heavy gas. Just 2, I guess. And we also got a goblin archer, though, and a crossbowman and some archers. Not a great trade. So he's got a citadel. I'm gonna guess it's that one over there. What can we get here? Nothing out of the ordinary. So close. Actually, might even be able to do it. Can we do it? What is this? What is this? A commander, and it can fly, and it can cast things? Diamond summoning. Oh. As far as we just Garudas. Okay. Cool. Liking that. The Kinara. According to the lore of the White Ones, there are Akashic realms beyond us. Yeah, okay. Blah blah. The Kinara is described as a divine musician endowed with a horse face and great wings. Why the divine would manifest itself in such a way is incomprehensible to us of lesser understanding, but has great meaning to those who perceive the truths of the world. So you have the awe +3. You have the flying. Lightning resistance and sparks. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. I like this. This will help with the cloud elementals. You yourself are not shock resistant off the bat, though. Slash, blunt and pierce resistance, indomitability, fortune, luck. Confusion and resist magic. Cool. Ooh, we're just starting to get into it now. 2 hours in. Alright, this shouldn't have a problem here, right? You should be able to have a lot of fun. You're completely fire resistant. Nothing bad should happen here, right? Please, hopefully. Oh. Oh. Going this way. Let's we need to run away. Right, so you can do the fly upwards thing. I forgot. Yeah, fly. Oh, we can start doing some. Okay. Now we're starting to get somewhere. I think. You might be able to find a couple of gem deposits up there to snag, but I'm not going to hold my breath for too long. Alright, improvement has already taken place. Maybe we should just beeline it over there. Shield, fire resistance, flames, bug oil, and all that. Yes, you are invisible. Good. Oh, that feels pretty good. Okay. Oh, yeah. I love it when a good plan comes together. Kraken out of water. Don't teleport me to random worlds unknown. Surely that would be enough to take these guys out. I would think surely not at this point. I don't trust them. I'll leave you all there to guard it. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but if I got a couple of these guys, it might help. Actually, in fact, might as well. And sure, why not? What else could be painful for us? Something seems cool, but I can't really quite make use of it yet. Stuff, yeah. Cloud villages are cool and all, but yeah, quite dangerous. Well, if I did possess magic, it'd be pretty invulnerable. Park some guys on there. Yeah. Maybe we'd actually finally go after that Serpent Tribe village. I suppose if we get another option for a captain recruitment, we'll just have him swing down there and pick up them. Necromancer is still around, so that's kind of sweet. He has another citadel somewhere. Goblin archer. Do that where you lost an eye. You can have him. You can have him. I want you though to visit the library and perform a ritual mastery that you cannot afford. Moon Mage or yeah, I'll grab Moon Mage. Sometimes they come with magic items, right? Some good ones. Charm Immunity and Berserker. Shadow Form, Etherealness on a single target. Moonlight, Anti-Magic. Moonlight might be okay, I don't know. You'd be better leveled up. You already are leveled up. Crap. Well... go for it and get rid of them. They're really not causing too much trouble for me right now, so I guess I'll leave them alone. $15, $15, and $15. 45s. Oh. No captain, like I said, I would do it. So I'm gonna. Let's just leave units out in the desert to die. And I'm also being completely done with him. $60 a year, so I get 2 summons with that guy. Let's see what I can get. Probably want to do it on the ground. just in case they can't fly. Wish I'd have saved money. Not every day you get access to an old wizard. And it's not every day he actually survives either, so... He has come. And he is a chonker. What do I do? Guess we fall back. But no, not worries. Crap. Okay. Keep it going. It's got some sort of ghost commander. You have returned, huh? Will vanquish the parish. Alright, I'll pick up these guys. Dangerous. Try this diamond summon. Oh, these guys do fly, okay. Some Garudas. Magic sword and kicks. Oh man, hates snake beings. Okay. So keep them away from my Nagas. Among these are the noble Garudas. In ancient texts, the Garudas are described as birdmen dressed in splendor. They are the enemies of Serpentkind and are resistant to poisons. As enemies of Serpentkind, they are benevolent to men and monkeys alike and should not pose any threat to those righteous of heart. So, flyers with magic swords. Also awe-inspired. Does this work against elementals? If I get a front row of elementals, then maybe, just maybe, it wouldn't be so terrible. That's too many ghouls, man. It is nice though, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so let's use this scroll here. Let's see what that gives us. Use the map. Carlos. Okay, so that's the Inferno. So you have Sinners, there's the Oven of Sins, 2 Oven of Sins, interesting. So I guess as the Demonologist, or maybe even really anybody, they can use those to summon demons. Potentially very strong ones too. Alright, well, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this one for now. Because I think it's about time I start. Get breakfast, yeah, okay. Oh. Alright. I will return to finish this soon. Maybe a while, maybe a week. But I just wanted to check out the new class because, well, why not? And I will get around to showing off some of the class mods, because of the developer who's been reworking a lot of the classes has reworked the barbarians, and I think they might actually be playable now. I want to like the barbarians. The developers of Illwinter, of Conquest of Elysium, make it hard to like the barbarians. It seems like they don't want me to like the barbarians, but I want to like the barbarians. They're just utter trash tier, and that's unfortunate. But screw the barbarians. Talk about monkeys. We have returned to Monke. We have attained enlightenment. That's the monkeys. We are on our way to defeating the warlock and the necromancer. We will defeat both the elements and death, and attain true enlightenment very soon. But I'll have you for later. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you the next time. So in the meantime, take care.